Welcome YouTube, this is the Velvet Locks with another Vlogmas story time. Alright you guys, now this is around the time when I was still living back home with my parents, and they lived in New York, of course. Now I'm the oldest of three, the only girl with two brothers. So I pretty much had to compete a lot, you know, even though I was very spoiled. You know, my parents got me a lot of things that you know, they blessed me. I was spoiled. I was very spoiled growing up. I got my way with a lot of things, but my parents were very strict. Now, we come from a Caribbean, Jamaican background, and they're old school. Now, old school meaning they have old school beliefs, old school when it comes to respect in the household, old school when it comes to a girl child doing certain things, having certain responsibilities, behaving in a certain manner. So they were very strict. I could not go anywhere, nowhere at all. Now, even when I was still in high school, when my parents used to still have us going to the babysitter's house down the street, Mrs. Biggs. You know, that was the neighborhood babysitter. And it was like almost 18 years old, still sitting up in Mrs. Biggs' house after school with my brothers in her kitchen, because my mother and father was so strict about us being home by ourselves. Well, so this is the kind of background I'm just trying to give you on the kind of parents that I had. Very, very militant, strict. So being that I'm the only girl, I fell under a different set of rules than my brother. Now, from those of you from Caribbean or Southern backgrounds, you kind of have the same upbringing as well. So yes, I couldn't do what my brothers did. Now, they were younger. This one, my second brother, the one under me, 2 years under me, but yet he had more, it seems like, more privileges. I mean, he was able to go out and party, come home 7 in the morning, and this boy would be on the bus, the train, coming home these times of the morning. Mind you, I'm the girl. I'm driving, you know, I got my license, I got a job, but yet I couldn't go out and party like my brothers. So my curfew was not the same as their curfew. My curfew was like 12 o'clock. Mind you, I'm the oldest. I got a job. I got some responsibilities. You know, I'm going to school still. How come I can't get the same privileges as my brother? So it's like the Beastie Boys. I had to fight for my right to party. Yes, I had to fight for my right to party, because I'm looking at it like this. How is he able to come home and not get in trouble, but maybe get a talking to, but yet I drive and I can't come home past 12 midnight? Now, listen, y'all already know, parties don't start kicking until late. Nobody goes to a party 9, 10 o'clock when it starts jumping, and that's at 12 to 1 o'clock, midnight. Now that's how it is in New York. I don't know how it is anywhere else, but everything starts late over here, even back then. So I was dating someone at this time, and I had just met him. Now I was so, you know, infatuated, and I wanted to hang, but I had a curfew. And, you know, being a certain age in high school, a lot of your peers didn't have curfews. They was able to do certain things, but I couldn't. I had to fight for my right to party. Now, this dude wanted to see me, and I wanted to go out. I'm young, I'm a teenager. I wanted to go out and have fun, but I couldn't. I had to stay home. My parents was not having it. I could not go out. All right. Well, my thing was, I'm going to sneak out. Because, you know, hey, I'm the oldest. How come I can't get to party like my brothers? So I got this crazy idea that I'm going to sneak out of the house and go out and have fun and sneak my butt right back in the house. I came up with this harebrained idea that I was going to leave my window unlocked in my room. Now, it's kind of weird because my room window seemed like it was very high off the ground. It might have been maybe 4 feet off the ground. But I never planned on how I was going to get back in the house. through that window. I just knew that I had that window for me to get back in. My room is in the front of the house. My room had two doors. It had a door leading through my parents' door, like a suite, and it had a door in the front of the house that, you know, you can go through that door. You can also walk around the whole house, but that one can lead you straight to the front door. But another thing, them old houses creaked. So you had to know the floorboard. You had to know where the creaks were, when to not put too much pressure on that floor, and when you can actually step. So I had it down like a science because we lived there for so long. I knew all the little creaks in the front on the floor. So I got all dolled up. I'm ready now. I'm ready. I'm looking good. I'm ready. My car is outside. I had a little jalopy at that time. Oh, and that's another story time about that jalopy. So anyways, so I figured, okay, so I got all prettied up and everything. I'm ready to go. Hair done, nails done, looking real good. Now I go through my room door, snuck out. Creeping. So I gently open the front door, and I gently open the front door. Now even the front door had some creaks in it. So I had to be really slow with opening that front door because my parents had ears like a hawk. So I opened the front door and I locked it, and then I closed the screen door. And I ran out the house, got in my car, took off, hung out, had a wonderful evening, party, hung out, had fun. Now it's about maybe 3 in the morning, and I had to go back home. So I'm cool about it because I'm thinking, you know, hey, no problem. They didn't know I left the house. So I'm going to sneak back in and everything's going to be good. And I'm going to wake up in the morning like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
So I pulled up in front of the house now. And I'm leaving the car and I'm going to the front door. Now, first of all, I didn't go to the front door originally. I went to my room window. When I got to the room window now, it didn't dawn on me that I had a big bush right there, a big shrub right there in front of my window. So I had to go in the shrub and kind of climb up on the branches to get to the window to push it up. So I did that. When I tried to push the window up, it was locked. So I'm like,
Wait a minute. I know when I left here, I unlocked that window. So why is it locked now?
So I said, okay, that means now I gotta use my key and go through the front door. Now I wasn't planning on that because I knew with the front door, I had to now figure out the creaks on the floorboard because I knew how to go out, but I didn't know where the creaks were going back in. So I went to the front door, and when I got to the front door, the screen door was locked. The screen door was locked. Now I know I didn't lock the screen door when I left out of the house. So why is the screen door locked? So I'm scratching my head now and I'm like,
oh man, how am I gonna get back in the house?
So I said, okay, I have to go to my brother's room window, knock on it. Hopefully they'll hear it because they're sleepers. They are heavy sleepers. So I'm thinking, okay, knock on their room window and try to get one of them to open the door. So okay, that was the plan. Bet. So now I had to walk on the side of the house to get to my brother's room window. But first, I had to pass my parents' room window in order to get to their room window. So I'm thinking, okay, that's all right. Everybody's sleeping. Nobody know I'm out here, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm here in the grass, taking my time, creeping through alongside the house to get to my brother's room window. I'm proceeding now. I'm near my parents' window. So I'm creeping down real low. And I'm creeping. some strange reason, something told me to look up. I didn't want to look up, but something told me to look up. So I'm like, okay, I'm creeping. And when I looked up to my parents' room window, I saw my mother standing at the window like Superwoman. Hands on her hips, looking down. Looking down at me. So when I saw that now, I jumped out my skin. I just could not believe my mom is standing there. She busted me. She see me walking through the yard trying to get to my brother's room. Because obviously I'm going to their room. Because she locked the room window and she locked the door. They must have known I left the house from when I left the house. All of a sudden now, when she saw me and I looked up and saw her, and I'm scared now, I'm startled. I heard her mouth yelling to my brother's room. Now, I'm gonna call my brothers Heckle and Jekyll, okay? And I know one is gonna laugh when he hears this one, but yes. So all of a sudden I heard her screaming, "Heckle and Jekyll, don't you dare open that door! Don't you dare open that room door and let her in! She's gonna sleep outside tonight!" And I'm like, holy crap. So now I really can't get in the house because now even my plan C did not work. My brothers can't even open the door because now she just told them, don't open the door because now she busted me coming in. So, all right. I walked right back to the front of the house and I rang the doorbell. She's already up. She already knew I was there. So it took her a while, I guess, to melt a little bit, but she let me in the house. And when she let me in the house, boy, did I get a tongue thrashing. She didn't catch me, but she did chew me out a lot. A lot. Yep. Got busted trying to sneak back in the house after partying, chilling, and was told I couldn't leave the house. This is a disclaimer for all you younger people watching. Don't try this, please. This is not for you to go and try to experiment. And for my nieces that are watching this,
don't even think about it, okay?
All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me on this Storytime video. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe down below. I got more Storytimes coming your way. Stay tuned for the next one, and I'll see you in that video.